From beyond the grave, the disgraced Jeffrey Epstein still has a sinister power to make headlines. Days ago, the court revealed sealed documents about the details of Jeffrey Epstein and his connection to the elite and A-list celebrities, which included many of our favorite Hollywood actors. Join us as we unravel the mystery of these papers. Let's begin, shall we? To start, we must talk about who is Jeffrey Epstein? Jeffrey Epstein, a financier and convicted sex offender, gained notoriety for his involvement in a high-profile sex trafficking scandal. Born in 1953, Epstein rose to prominence as a financier and cultivated associations with influential figures, including politicians and celebrities. However, his reputation crumbled when allegations of sexual exploitation and abuse emerged. In 2008, Epstein secured a controversial plea deal in Florida, facing federal charges but avoiding more severe consequences. In 2019, he was arrested again on federal sex trafficking charges in New York. The case garnered immense public attention due to the involvement of prominent figures in Epstein's social circles. Tragically, Epstein died by apparent suicide in his jail cell in August 2019, leading to intense speculation and conspiracy theories. His death left many unanswered questions about the extent of his crimes and those who may have been complicit. Before and after he was exposed as a pedophile, Epstein loved to mingle with the world's elite. Epstein invited celebrities, political top-notch, and academics to his private island and luxury homes. He offered celebrities rides on his private jet. He and his girlfriend, the socialite Ghislaine Maxwell, hung out with princes and supermodels. Maxwell was accused by multiple women of helping Epstein recruit underage victims. She was later prosecuted and is serving a 20-year prison sentence. Now, let's move on to the revelations. Since a judge unsealed court documents containing details about the deceased convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, it has been a race to uncover new details about the late financier's sex trafficking case and identify his famous associates, especially anyone with an Oscar. Released to the public on January 3rd, the filings were part of a 2015 defamation lawsuit against Ghislaine Maxwell brought by Epstein victim Virginia Giuffre, who claimed the disgraced socialite branded her a liar over Giuffre's allegations that she was abused as a child. The case ended in a settlement 2 years later, but these 40 documents still need some debunking. Throughout a 900-page-long trove of material containing depositions, motions, and various court documents, the unsealed papers do not function as a client list or Epstein's contact directory. Being named does not indicate wrongdoing, despite what a random person on Twitter will tell you. Though one mention of the late Stephen Hawking in an email between Epstein and Maxwell was shocking. Epstein wrote to Maxwell in 2015 about trying to find people to combat the Virginia Giuffre allegation that Stephen Hawking participated in an underage orgy. Read the email. Some were even speculating appearances in the documents with quarterback Aaron Rodgers, suggesting Jimmy Kimmel would be named. Spoiler alert, he wasn't, and Kimmel was pissed to even be brought up. Dear asshole. For the record, I've not met, flown with, visited, or had any contact whatsoever with Epstein. Nor will you find my name on any list other than the clearly phony nonsense that soft-brained wackos like yourself can't seem to distinguish from reality. Your reckless words put my family in danger. Keep it up, and we will debate the facts further in court. Aaron Rodgers. Kimmel tweeted, while Jeffrey Epstein counted many rich and powerful men among his associates, including Bill Clinton and Prince Andrew, a court document suggested the late financier so craved proximity to celebrities that he made spurious boasts about relationships with Hollywood A-listers. Johanna Sjoberg, an accuser of the late sex offender and financier, claimed in a deposition that he liked to talk about knowing movie stars such as Leonardo DiCaprio and Cate Blanchett, and that these statements appeared to come across as flimsy braggadocio. A lawyer asked Sjoberg, I saw one press report that said you had met Cate Blanchett or Leonardo DiCaprio. I did not meet them, no, she replied. When I spoke about them, it was when I was messaging him, Epstein, and he would get off. He would be on the phone a lot at that time, and one time he said, oh, that was Leonardo, or that was Cate Blanchett or Bruce Willis, that kind of thing. So name-dropping, the lawyer pressed. Sjoberg replied, yes, so you had not met Cate Blanchett or Leonardo DiCaprio. I have not, Sjoberg said under further questioning. Would you remember if you had? I would hope I would remember, she said. What about Cameron Diaz? The lawyer pressed. No. A representative for Leonardo DiCaprio denied any calls between him and Epstein. A representative for Diaz said, Cameron never met Jeffrey Epstein, nor was she ever in the same place as him, or had any association with him whatsoever, regardless of the fact he may or may not have mentioned her name or implied that he knew her. A representative for Blanchett said that she had never met nor had any calls with Epstein. The deposition was part of Epstein accuser Virginia Giuffre's defamation lawsuit against Ghislaine Maxwell, who was convicted of sex trafficking related to abuse of young girls by Epstein. Maxwell met Epstein in the summer of 1991 after she moved to New York around the time her father purchased the New York Daily News. Sjoberg said that the British publishing heiress lured her into Epstein's dark web, while Giuffre settled her lawsuit against Maxwell in 2017. Tranches of long sealed documents in the case have been unsealed over the past several years. Their releases stemmed from the Miami Herald and other media organizations' efforts to make public the fillings. The document's discussion of Epstein's ties to high-profile figures largely reiterate what has already been reported about his cronies and shed some light on how he wanted to leverage connections. In one document, Epstein told Maxwell to invoke some prominent figures as a defense against Giuffre's allegations of wrongdoing. Epstein suggested that an interaction with the late, famous British theoretical physicist Stephen Hawking could help clear her, for example. Hawking went to dinner on Epstein's private isle in the U.S. Virgin Islands in 2006 after participating in a conference on a neighboring island, per prior reports. You can issue a reward to any of Virginia's friends, acquaintance, family that come forward and help prove her allegations are false. The strongest is the Clinton dinner, and the new version in the Virgin Islands that Stephen Hawking participated in an underage orgy, Epstein said in an email to Maxwell. While Epstein's proclamations about some celebrities appear questionable, he did associate with numerous entertainers. Sjoberg's deposition claimed that the late pop star Michael Jackson was at Epstein's Palm Beach mansion and that she met the famed illusionist David Copperfield at one of Epstein's homes. "Did you observe David Copperfield to be a friend of Jeffrey Epstein's?" she was asked. Sjoberg replied in the affirmative. "Did Copperfield ever discuss Jeffrey's involvement with young girls with you?" she was also asked. "He questioned me if I was aware that girls were getting paid to find other girls," Sjoberg said. Copperfield, she said in the deposition, didn't tell her anything more specific related to that matter. "Did he say whether they were teenagers or anything along those lines?" she was also asked. "He did not," she said. Reports predating the document's release indicate that the actors, Kevin Spacey and comedian Chris Tucker, traveled with Epstein on his private plane during a tour of Africa. And that concludes today's video. If you enjoyed the content, kindly hit the like and subscribe buttons down below. To stay updated on future uploads, be sure to click the notification bell. Feel free to share this video with your friends and family. Share your thoughts and feedback in the comments section. Looking forward to catching you again in the next video.